Men do not know how lucky they are when a girl actually likes them. Like, do you know how many unanswered texts I have in my phone?
Yo, what is going on, guys? It is Taylor the Fiend back again, and today we are taking a look at women in their 40s getting left behind by men. Don't forget to drop a comment and let's jump right into it.
So for me, my 40s have been pretty much like a state of mourning. Like I mourn my youth and I miss it, and I just fear getting older, and so that has made me not embrace the current state and age that I'm in. And I feel like that's just taking away from this time in my life. And I just don't know how not to mourn like my youth.
This is what happens when modern women waste what little time they have in their youth.
And appreciate where I'm at. But I find myself like constantly like reminiscing about even like 10 years ago. And it's just like life happens in the blink of an eye. And it just makes me scared to get older. I'm probably just being emo because I'm a perimenopausal bitch.
The sad part is, or the funny part is, this is just the beginning for her. It's actually only going to get a lot worse from here on out.
I've waited for my husband for so many years, and I'm just getting mad, and I'm about to turn 40. There's a lot of stress on me right now.
What is this one for? We're doing your pre-treatment meal.
Waiting until the last minute to freeze your eggs is just a dumb move that wastes money. These women seem to think that this crap has like 100% success rate. It doesn't.
Blood work came back normal, hormone levels are normal, so we're gonna proceed with the process of building these eggs.
I'm gonna double injection.
I was just one. I actually had another reaction. A big reaction.
Egg freezing has a notoriously low success rate. She's doing all of this for next to nothing. I mean, you can literally look up videos of women crying about the fact that this wasn't successful for them.
There's a grief that happens when you're a single woman in your 40s that doesn't get talked about enough. It's the grief of the life that you've imagined. And honestly, no one really prepares you for this kind of grief. It's the relationship you thought you'd have, the family you pictured, the version of you thought you'd become. And it hits at like random moments. On the holidays, of course, and you're hanging out with your friends who have kids, or you're just randomly at Target and you see a couple holding hands. But please hear me. Feeling that grief doesn't mean you messed up your life. It means you're human, and it means that you're smart. You're allowed to grieve what didn't happen and still build something beautiful from here.
Everybody talks about this. We hear it from modern women over 40 all of the damn time. There's literally thousands of videos about this.
I am 39 years old and I'm about to turn 40 in a little over 7 months, and I'm really freaking out about it. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if this is every person's experience when they get to this milestone age, but last night I woke up with a lot of anxiety and just this overwhelming feeling that like I'm so behind in life, and there's also this like grief that comes with it as well, because I'm not married and I don't have children, which are two things that I want and have wanted for a while.
She could have easily had a man and kids when she was younger. She simply chose not to. Many of these women think they're better than the options they can actually get into a relationship with, and so they end up waiting until they're like 35 and then crying when no man wants to have kids with them, or rather no man can actually have kids with them anymore.
And I guess it just feels like there's this grief of like, that may not happen for me in this lifetime. And that makes me feel really sad. I'm not childless by choice. I respect people that do decide that children aren't something that they want, and I understand that. But I guess I just feel there's just a lot of incoming grief. I feel like I've also just been so burnt out by men, especially in the last 2 years. And it's like, everybody says it, I'm no exception, but dating life is rough out there. And I'm having a really hard time making peace with where I'm at in my life and my age, and having to get to a point where I accept that like maybe I'm not going to get the things that I thought I was going to get in this life.
I mean, she shouldn't have waited until her 30s to look for a man to start a family. It's far too late. And again, you're going to be pressuring or trying to pressure a guy into having kids if you're like 31 or 32, because you are running out of damn time. Arguably, you've already ran out of time.
No one tells you just how lonely your 40s can be. Welcome to part 3 of the things people don't tell you about being in your 40s. Your 40s can feel really lonely no matter how many people you're surrounded by. Your kids start growing up. Your career may not feel as fulfilling as it did previously. Friendships drift. It's a lot of like quiet, unseen grieving while you're trying to hold it all together so that no one sees you crack.
And that's just what happens as you get older. You have to learn to move on and figure it out.
And if you feel this way, you're not doing it wrong. You're just human. And this is what happens. Your 40s are full of these uncomfortable transitions that not a lot of people talk about, especially women. We just kind of push through it. We keep on keeping on, all the while feeling this like sense of discomfort, for lack of a better phrase.
If she honestly thinks that women don't endlessly complain about this, then she's living under a rock. Again, this is something where thousands of videos exist on it. Women complain about this all the damn time.
And I think what everyone needs to know is that this is very, very normal. And that just because you're feeling all of this doesn't mean that your life is over. It means you're clearing space for what's next. And believe me, you best believe something is next. We're only in our 40s. It's a weird feeling, right? I'm 47 and a half. And it's a weird feeling. I'm like, God damn, I am rapidly approaching 50.
That is literally how life works. You get older. Whining about it doesn't make it any easier. It just makes it more annoying that people have to listen to you.
And that's a weird feeling. It's a weird feeling for me to watch my 16-year-old son, who is over 6 foot and over 180 pounds, walk out of this house on his own and do things without me. It's a weird feeling to think that he's going to be in college in 2 years. It's a weird thing to me to think about my career and that I thought maybe I would be further along than I am now, yet it's all weird and it's all uncomfortable, but it's not over. You're making space for what's to come. And I've heard that the 50s are very freeing time in a woman's life. If you're 50 or over, comment below and let us know how you feel. If you know someone who's in their 40s and feeling this discomfort, send this over to them. I think we all need to know that we're not alone. This is very normal shit we're feeling. And let's build our happy little community and support each other. Happy Monday, y'all.
Okay, riddle me this. How can your 50s be freeing if your 40s are full of grief and loneliness? I swear, listening to these people just makes no sense.
Women over 35 have hit the wall. This is true and untrue at the same time, and let me explain why I say this, okay? For my professional expertise, I have worked with hundreds of women, and I have worked with a lot of women over the age of 35. Now, there's a group of those women who have absolutely no issues with dating. No issues with encountering men who want to be with them, who want to commit to them, who want to be serious about them. Then you have another group of women who have a very difficult time with those exact same things.
Dating isn't actually the issue here. It's finding a man who wants something long-term with a woman who is that old. And again, many men these days are not actually looking for relationships altogether, especially from Western women.
Now, I want y'all to remember that. The thing that young women have on their side is youth. So women in their early 20s, mid 20s, you know what I'm saying? Even like this 20s period, but especially like the early and mid. They are young, they're supple, right? They're impressionable, right? They don't have certain baggage that older women have. And because of their youth, and especially because they're attractive, they don't have to be so smart, right? They don't have to have, certain levels of integrity. They don't have to have a high standard of character.
A woman's youth is her strongest asset, and we have seen it taken for granted far too many times. You'll have women who are like 40 saying, oh, I'm sad because I missed out on my opportunity to have a family. They just completely squander this stuff.
Because they have youth on their side. And all of us as women have gone through this process of having youth on our side. So if you were to put a woman who is 25 in the same room as a woman who is 35, and these women have a lot of the same things, so maybe the same height, same weight, same physical appearance, so on and so forth. And both of those women have bad character, bad personality. Both of those women are not easy to be with. If a man had to choose, like, hey, I have to choose a woman, he's likely going to choose the younger one.
That's pretty common knowledge. This shouldn't be a surprising revelation to anybody at all.
However, let's go back to what I was talking about initially, where I said there are two categories of women over 35. One that has absolutely no issues with men. Men will still marry them. Men still want to be with them. And the ones who a man would not spit on them if they were on fire. The reason for that is they have bad character. They have a bad personality. They don't have the wisdom. They don't have the intellect. They don't have the things that they should have at their age. They make life hard, not just for themselves, but the people around them.
There is a lot of bitterness and resentment with women like that. That's why they are still single.
Then we want to add the fact that they are out of their prime. They're out of the typical baby making ages. So yes, women in that category have hit the wall. But the women in the category who know themselves, who take care of themselves, who don't have bad character, who's a pleasure to be around, who don't take nobody's shit, but also is respectful, those women over 35 will never have a problem. Men will still gravitate towards them.
Though it is possible, it's not as likely as she thinks. If she's single at 35, then you can be damn sure there is a reason for that. And of course, men know.
Because a man over 35, if he's a high caliber man, he typically doesn't want a younger woman because she does not have the wisdom, she does not have the life experience or the conversation that would even excite him. That is even something he'd be interested in. So ladies, if you're over 35 and you don't want to hit the wall, be a better person. Stay safe.
If that's the case, why do successful men typically gravitate towards younger women?
When I say that modern dating is just infuriating, I feel like the only way for people to get just how it is out here is for us to be sharing our stories. This man has been hitting on me for 3 years, if not longer. Just swiping up on my story, various things, right? And I am the type of person that unless you say something with your chest, I am not going to pay attention to you.
What was she expecting? Those are the types of men who are available to her right now.
Sure, yeah, thank you for the compliment, but otherwise, what are you doing here? It's Christmas time. I guess this man is feeling jolly. And Christmas Eve, he swipes up on my story. I tell him thank you. And he goes, yeah, I asked Santa for your number. I'm hoping he's going to leave it at midnight. I'm going to check in the morning and I'm going to leave out milk and cookies. And I was like, oh, 3 years in and he finally takes the plunge. Oh my God.
If she was interested, she would have reached out, but it's clear she was never into this guy whatsoever.
So he sends me a Snapchat of the inside of his stocking and he's like, oh, damn, like Santa didn't leave it. I guess I'll just have to keep asking him for it. And I was just like, Santa is so sneaky. It's been with me this entire time. I gave him my number. This is the part that me up. He responds. He's like, awesome. I'll text you sometime this next week and maybe we can go get drinks or some shit. Just a moment of silence.
Let's put this in perspective. All it took was an off-color text to get her disinterested enough to shame him online. I mean, regardless of how you want to interpret this story, this woman is completely insane.
Okay. What makes you look at me and think that I want to get drinks or some? Do I look like a drinks or some kind of girl? Like, just be for real. And I'm sure he was just trying to keep it like very casual, but ladies are tired of casual. Like, come with intentions or back off. Like,
and men are sick and tired of entitled women who complain about men on TikTok. Now, not every woman has a TikTok account and does this, but you should go out there and you should actually take a look at these videos, guys, and see just how many other women are liking these videos, sharing these videos, commenting on them, who have the exact same attitudes.
I just... Few days goes by, he texts me, and at this point, like, I don't know. The lack of intention already, I'm like, damn, you waited 3 years and it up.
How is he the one who messed up when she's the one humiliating herself? It makes no sense.
What do you think the issue is with dating right now?
Ooh.
Men.
Why?
Speak on that.
Literally just men.
What about men?
Just their pure existence.
What could they do better?
Not exist.
So do you think you could survive without men?
Absolutely.
How long?
Probably longer than I would survive with men.
It takes a lot of nerve to insult men while standing right next to a dude that she's dating. I don't know how these dudes put up with this nonsense.
You know how to change a tire?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know how to fix a drain?
Yeah.
Walk me through it if it's busted.
Get the long snake thing and twirl it in.
That's not a busted drain, that's a clogged drain.
Then I would just use a different sink.
You just proved your point. Keep
There's,
going. I'm listening.
There's female plumbers.
Who do you think taught these plumbers how to plumb?
Maybe the other female plumbers that existed before them. A plumbing textbook. A YouTube video.
Created by men.
Trial and error.
Sure.
Female plumbers are the exception, not the norm. Therefore, it's not an argument.
A few weeks ago, I almost drowned. There was this jumping platform thingy that everybody was jumping on. So I thought, what the hell, I might as well try it too. It looked like fun. Apparently, I hit my head on the way down. I woke up lying on my back up on the platform, and this weird 40-year-old guy pressing down on my chest. At first I had no idea what was going on, but then the man who had revived me told me that I had been underwater. He said that he had been able to get a hold of me down there.
A man saved her life and she's sounding like he somehow violated her. That's messed up, and this is the kind of crap that just proves why men don't want to help women anymore.
A small part of me was happy to be alive, but the rest of me was screaming inside. I can't believe he just felt that he had the right to just grab me under the water while I was not unconscious. I wasn't able to consent. He thought it was perfectly okay to just grab my body and pull me in whatever direction that he pleased. He possessed my body, and he grabbed my waist and pulled me around down there like it was his right, like he wanted to have sex with me down there in the water.
And if he let her drown, he would be shamed for not being a hero. Men can't win in this world. You're damned if you do, damned if you don't. So many men just opt to say, you know what, I'm just going to walk the other way.
I just need to know from a men's perspective, are y'all waiting on girls to talk to you first? Are you waiting on a girl to ask you on a date first?
I would say that by and large, a lot of men would be pleasantly surprised if a woman actually made the first move.
That's crazy to me.
Why? When this...
Point is, leave women alone. They don't want you.
Is the type of thing that countless men see every single day pushed on social media.
When you're out in public and you're making eyes with a girl and you're making it known that you're attracted to her, but you're not going to say something, how are you not going to say something?
Because they keep hearing things like this.
Stop stalking them, putting them in vulnerable situations to try to get in their pants.
Is it becoming clearer yet?
These women can't have it both ways. They wanted to be left alone, so we left them alone. This is something that women have been saying for a very long time now. Literally over a decade, women have been saying to leave us alone, and then they complain when men actually listen.
Where are the huevos? Where are the huevos these days?
Oh, the huevos still exist. They're just playing it safe and avoiding individuals with this type of mentality.
Each one of you are gonna go to hell.
And what man in his right mind wouldn't want to approach that?
My man to be assertive and dominant. If you want to say something to me, say something to me.
I think a lot of men are honestly just confused because that type of behavior has been called toxic masculinity.
I'll give you the opportunity. I'll put my phone down. I'll drop the handkerchief. But I'm not going to do it first.
Of course not. Because after all, that would just be too easy.
You can't shame men by calling them cowards for not approaching. It will never work that way. Men are going to hear you call them a coward and they're going to say, oh, she's annoying. Why would I approach her? Make sure you click on one of the videos on screen now to watch more if you liked today's video. Don't forget to take care of yourself, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.